Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get this straight. When you come on, say hello. Hi, Corrine. Corrine, I never asked you, but am I actually pronouncing your name correctly? Hi, Veronica. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Just give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. Welcome, ladies. Today is Sunday, September the 12th, and I have something really special for you guys today. Let me first introduce myself, get a couple of announcements out of the way. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. If you are not familiar with Stampin' Up!, we are a paper crafting company. And we pride ourselves on color coordination of our products and have a complete line of stamps, inks, papers, designer series paper. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. Hey, Jessica. Glad you could make it. Thank you for sharing, Bev. Thank you for sharing, Pat and Veronica. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so very close. Okay. I'll have to ask you about that later. But let me get started with showing you the monthly online ordering special, because I'm going to be showing you several products today with what I'm making. And I just want to let you know that if you see anything during the demonstration that you just absolutely have to have, which who isn't like that? I know I am, but I do have every single month. I have a monthly online ordering special, and if you place an order of at least $25 or more, you're going to get a free kit in the mail to make these 4 cards, which we made these last week. So if you want to see how we put these together, you can just go back and check out last week's video. This will get you a free kit in the mail, and this is what your kit looks like. You have all your card bases, and then you've got these individual envelopes that have all the pieces that you need in order to assemble the card. Everything's been cut for you, die cut for you. Your embellishments are in there, any ribbon, accessories, so forth and so forth. You just have to do the stamping part, and this special uses the pumpkins bundle. What's the name of that? I forgot the name. Well, let's look. I forgot the name. I know it has pumpkins in it. Here it is, because they were on 2 different pages. It does use the Gorgeous Leaves bundle, and it also uses the Pretty Pumpkins. I was thinking Playful Pumpkins for some reason. But the Pretty Pumpkins bundle and the Gorgeous Leaves bundle, but primarily Pretty Pumpkins. And with your order of $50 or more, you're going to get a free spool of some linen thread to go with that, because that coordinates really well. And that is $50. And once again, if your order is $50 or more through the end of September, you can choose one of these items out of our celebration brochure for free. And there's a lot to choose from. There's some really cute designer series paper, specialty papers, things that coordinate with things out of our mini catalog, stamps, dies, and I mean, I love this paper right here. I know I've used it a few times in a couple of recent demonstrations. And this coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle out of the mini catalog. So lots of things to choose from, and that's a really great way to maximize your savings. And if you have a wish list that's roughly around $100, your best bet is going to be to join Stampin' Up!, be a part of my Be So Creative team, because through the end of September, you get to choose in your celebration brochure, the page 19, you get to choose one of these 12 bundles that are available and add them to your kit for free. So regular kit special, $125 of whatever you want, for only $99 plus tax, free shipping, past paper pumpkin kit, 20% discount on all your purchases, a free bundle, your discount on top of other discounts that Stampin' Up! Might be offering, whether it's a clearance rack sale or a paper sale or a stamp sale, whatever it might be. You get your discount on top of that, including your paper pumpkin kits. And the one for October just ended, and we already have, if you haven't seen the post on my website or on the Facebook page, you can go take a look at it, and there's a link that has all of the details about next month's paper pumpkin, which is in this gorgeous box right here. And I have an idea that that's a sneak preview of something for November. I don't know. I'm feeling it because that was the one that just ended. So, yeah, it's my understanding this next month's kit is enough supplies to create 10 cards. So, paper pumpkin kits have everything you need in order to create those projects every single month. So if you're interested in being one of my paper pumpkin subscribers, you also get free cuts of coordinating cardstock every single month right after we're billed, and that's just as a thank you for being one of my paper pumpkin subscribers. And if you need any of these catalogs, let me know. If you join my email list, you automatically will get a copy. And if you have someone that you get them from, or you're an active demonstrator, I have a different special gift for you. So let me know if you need any catalogs. If you registered for my bingo, the packets went out Friday night. So if you're here and you're attending bingo next Saturday, those packets went out yesterday, and I sent emails with more details in the Zoom link. So go take a look at that, check your spam, and if you don't have it, let me know, okay? I'm going to send another reminder out a few days before just to remind you. I also have a World Card Making Day event October 2nd, Saturday, October 2nd from 11 to 3. It's on Zoom. It's actually a free event. There will be prizes, and essentially if you purchase one or more of the kits that are available, whether you have a paper pumpkin kit, or you want to do one of the stamping or non-stamping kits, or maybe you ordered the Christmas kit recently. Any of the kits that you purchased using this host code, which these links will be in the description after we're done, that is your entry, your door prize entry for that event. And bring a friend. So this link will also be in the description as well, okay? So let's give away a prize. And I wanted to also thank, if you're watching me right now, you probably see a live on one of these top corners. If you don't, it's a replay. And if you're watching the replay, you can just skip to where you start to see me starting to assemble today's project. But I have a prize to give away. So last week, we did... I'm gonna split these up like I kind of normally do. We'll do those two cards, and then we'll do these two cards. So let me get my wheel open, and let me just tell you while I'm getting this wheel open. There we go. To get on the wheel, every single week, whatever I assemble or demonstrate, those end up being the prizes. So we're going to give away last week's cards, which is, I'm going to split them up 2 and 2. So I'm going to do 2 drawings today. And you're really going to want to be on next week's drawings. I'm going to tell you right now, when you like, comment, and share my video. So after you hit the little share button and share with your friends and family, make sure you type shared in the comments, because of privacy settings, we don't always get an inclusive list of everybody that shared. So when you type share, that gets you an extra entry onto the wheel. And people do win with the shares on here. So I appreciate it very much when you share my videos, because that helps show the video to more people. More people can join us on a Sunday afternoon. This is all I do is Stampin' Up. So you're in good company, and I know I'm in good company when all of you join me on my Sunday afternoons. And normally I have the camera pointed up, but I just ran out of time today, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go live. But let's spin the wheel. Let's spin it once, and then we're going to spin it again. And I had a pen. I'm gonna have to write number 1 and number 2 down here so I don't have to go back to the video and look here. Who's that? Oh, that was really close, Carol. Roberta Stachel. I think that's how you pronounce your name, Roberta. Let me write your name over here. Congratulations, Roberta, and see, you guys, it was her share that got her. And you know what? Carol was right before her, and that would have been Carol's share. But oh, that was so close. But you have another chance, Carol, and everybody else has another chance that's watching. So let's spin this again. Roberta, you got these 2 cards right here on the left. So let me put those up here. Who's this set going to be? Bonnie Kelly. Bonnie, I don't know if you're watching right now. But congratulations. And you see, Bonnie's extra entry got her the prize. So it really is that simple, you guys. All you have to do is like, comment, and share, then that gets you in. All right. Who's ready to see what we're going to be doing today? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to see, and I'm going to take a quick drink. Because I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. So let's go ahead and get started, because I know this might take a little bit of a while, but I've gone ahead and done some things ahead of time to save time, okay? All right. This is what we're going to be doing today. Cute! I really had fun putting this together. I'm not really complete because on mine that I have here, I want to do some more things to it, like on the inside. But if you don't know, Stampin' Up! Came out with, in the mini catalog, came out with these craft boxes, these craft gift boxes. You know, you do have to fold them, you have to take the tabs off. So we're going to be doing that in a few minutes, because right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, this is just the outside. Pull together some different products to make this a really cute gift box, but it's not just a gift box. I mean, it is a gift box, but there's something on the inside, and it's very, I say it's plain in quotes, because it's not really, because it can really be dressed up, but it's the purpose of me doing this craft gift box was to make it like a photo album, a little journaling photo album. So when you open it, you've got the back covered up here. This is here for maybe some writing, maybe somebody wants to write a note or something, but this is popped up so that, let me get a piece of something over here. If you had a photo, let's just say this is a photo, you could slide it in and then the photo shows on the front. Or if you wanted to stamp something that had some kind of a saying or something, you could stamp it and then slide it in there. And that way it shows through this little window. And that window is already part of the box. So you don't have to buy window sheets or anything. See that? But that's the opening that it has. Okay, but when you open it, and it folds out, and it's all connected until you get to the back. I only did 5 craft sheets. Now, Stampin' Up! Also came out with 6x6 craft paper as well, and that's what the bases are on this particular project. But they're large enough. All I did on these pullouts was mat it with the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper, and when it goes the other way, it's also done on the other side as well. But now you can see how you can really dress this up if you wanted to. But that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you what I did. This is the inside of the box, but, well, this is the inside of the box. I want to do the outside of the box. And what I'm going to be using one stamp. one stamp from the Peaceful Cabin bundle, and it's this little bitty splotch. Was it splotch, or is more like stars? It looks like little snowflakes, actually. But you can actually, if you have another stamp set that has kind of a splotchy background to it, you can go ahead and use that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing. Let me get it. Yeah, okay, so I guess I could have started on some of this, but we're just randomly stamping directly on the craft box itself, okay? And we're gonna be going everywhere. So let me just be really random about this to kind of speed it up. I wanted some kind of design, but I didn't want to fool with covering the craft box up with like designer series paper, because I knew I was going to put some on the inside. So I thought, let's just go ahead and stamp it. That's easy enough. And we're doing this side as well. If you're creating this kind of a box, definitely stamp it before you go folding it. Makes it a lot easier. And let's see, let's throw one there. It's very random, and because I want to make sure when it closes it's, you know. And then what else do we got here? We have these edges, just the edges. You can certainly do the back if you wanted to do the back. I didn't do mine. I just kind of left it, plain craft. That way, if you want to stamp, if you have like a personalized stamp or something and you want to stamp that you made it, you know, you can do that. And a couple of more. I think that's good. There we go. I think that's good. Okay, so I did pretty much everything that would show on the outside. That's all I did. That's all the stamping that I did on this particular project. So now we're actually going to, let's fold our box. And I do have a bone folder, so when you go folding your box, just burnish your edge with your bone folder. This box is really easy to assemble. And then let me get these other sides, including the tabs. There's nothing fancy about assembling this box. I'm not doing any. I thought about doing something to the box beforehand, but I was like, no, let me just, it's gonna look cute without all that extra stuff. So okay. And I wanted this to be really duplicatable, because I know you guys can do this if y'all wanted to do this. Okay, so now I have all my little tabs. Oops, forgot one. And this one. If you burnish it, it just helps the edge. That way the box closes and stays closed a little better. And then we're going to peel off these little tabs at the end so we can close up. If I can get it. There we go. So those go on the inside. Press it pretty good. And press that. And then you got these tabs up here. Let's take those off. Okay. Any day now. It was a Ronnie Milsap song. And there we go. We'll do this other side. There we go. Oh, got one more. The front. If you've ever assembled our, well, our pizza boxes didn't have any adhesive, but if you've assembled any of the Stampin' Up! Boxes before, there we go. I think if you've assembled one box, you've pretty much assembled them all. So there is the box, finally put together. We've got the box, and on the top, what I did is I took this is where I've gone ahead and done some things just to kind of speed it up. I took a sheet of basic black, and in the supply list, I'll have the measurements. That way, if you want to duplicate this, you can. But what I did use is I broke out the rectangle stitch dies. I only used 2 of them out of that set, and it was this size, and then it was this size in order to get the cutout. And then I also used this same size when I cut out the black glitter paper. Can y'all see that? I don't have, yes I do, hold on. Got this little sheet right here, but y'all remember our black glitter paper? Yeah, it was a carryover from last year's Halloween. So I broke that out and used one of the ornate dies in order to get the frame. So we're gonna put this on, and I'm going to be using our multi-purpose glue. Did I use this glue? I think I did. I'm not sure now. I might have used the I might have used the fine tip glue because it was clear, I think, but I think this will work because I'm going to get it close to the edge, and I'm not putting a whole lot. If you're not sure, we'll find out once this dries. This dries clear, but just don't put a whole lot, just in case, because you don't want it to show up through these little bitty die cut holes. Okay, and let's just put this over that, right over the frame. That kind of helps cover that, get it on there straight, and then just tap it down so it adheres to the back. Okay, and then we're going to be using, say, let's see, some large black dimensionals. We are going to pop this up off of the box itself. Okay, so we want some dimension on the front here, and I want to make sure that this frame is stable all the way around. So I'm actually going to put extra ones in between the corner ones. There we go. All right, now we're going to cover up this opening here. Okay, so just get it on here. Get it on there straight. There you go. Give it a little pressure. That way those dimensionals stick to that craft paper. And there we have the front. Okay, I'm actually going to do this piece last. Okay, because I'm going to be opening this, and I don't want to squish the poinsettia petals there. Yeah, I broke out the poinsettia dies from last year too. So let's get started on the inside of our box. So let me open it, and we have a couple of black pieces. We're gonna do we're gonna put one on the front, and then we're gonna put one in the back. Now this was an afterthought, but on this piece right here, what I did is, let's go ahead and get this die on. But the afterthought was, on my copy over here, I didn't emboss it, but the embossing folder that I used throughout this particular project was the Time Worn 3D embossing folder. I really wanted to have a little extra something on it, and so let me make sure it's the right way. Yeah, here we go. So I ended up embossing this piece of black paper here, and then we're just going to put Let me pop that one out. That one's bugging me. There we go. Make sure there's no more. We're just going to put that in the center. Okay. Now this is just here so that if you wanted to write a note, you could also put a photo on it as well. You really could. But we're going to put this on the inside of our box. So we're going to cover, so that we can cover this window sheet, because that kind of looks yucky there. We're going to cover that up. But I'm going to tell you, these window sheets right here, let me get a piece of tape, because you might not know this. Grab a piece of Scotch tape. These window sheets have a protective cover on them, so just put your piece of tape on there. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to completely get it on there. There we go. Okay, kind of like our acetate paper. These window sheets have a protective piece of film on them. So grab you a piece of Scotch tape, put it on there, make it to where you can peel it back off, and then just peel this off. Okay? See how much shinier that got? Take that off. That way you can see the picture or whatever you're going to put on the inside a lot more clear. Now, if you just wanted to put like a, I don't know, like a saying or something on it, what you could do, there's a couple of things you could do on this side right here. I left it popped up so that you could slide a picture in, but if you didn't want to do that and you wanted something more permanent to be on this side over here, then you'll just have to gauge where you need to center, you know, your sentiment or whatever. But also keep in mind, if you put this flower on the front, that, you know, some of it's going to get covered up. And then what you could do after that is just stick this straight down onto the box itself, and it won't move. Totally your choice, but I designed it to be a photo. So what we're gonna do is I have foam adhesive strips, and we are going to put this, these are really long strips of foam adhesive, kind of like a dimensional, but just a long one. It's kind of cute. And so I want the picture, I'll just tell you the best way to do this. The best way to do this is to have a picture that slides in from the right. So what you want to do is put your strips not so close to the edge, but pretty close on the top and bottom. Let's cut these off, and then let's use this one over here on this side. You do want it to be straight, that way your picture goes in pretty straight. Oh, it's sideways. I'm like, why is it not sticking? There we go. Let's do that. And I wouldn't put it all the way completely up front. Well, mine kind of is, but these are only available in white, is why I say that. But I'm using black dimensionals everywhere else in this project. There we go. Let's get that off. And then just like dimensionals, they have a backing on them that just peel off. There we go. And then we are going to pop that in. I am lining it up with the side of the box over here. Okay, and then just press down. Give it some good pressure where you have these foam adhesives on the top and bottom. Okay, and then if you had a picture, it just makes it easier to slide the picture in and out. Okay, and I think this is large enough for like a 4x6, but you might have to trim it down, because really the only part you're going to be seeing is what shows through the window. Okay, so that's the front. Now, all of the craft paper, I have 5 sheets. And what I have done is, I'm just going to tell you while I'm doing this, these are 6x6, I have scored them at 1.5. Let me get my bone folder on this one. I scored them at 1.5, and then I ran it through the embossing machine with the time-worn 3D embossing folder. Where's my line on this one? There it is. So these pages are also embossed as well. Let me bring this down a little more. That way you can maybe see it a little better. There we go. Okay, so now I have 5 of these 6x6 that are embossed with time worn. Let me burnish these edges. And I'm gonna have to use mine as an example because trust me, I did mess up on mine. I had, well, you can do them both ways. You can have it to where these open from this end, but when you go to open it, it makes the left side kind of top heavy, and I think the norm is to have things kind of open like a book, you know? So I had to unglue it and flip it around, but anyway. But I am going to use this as a template so that I don't mess this up, because this is going to be somebody's prize next week. Okay, so what I have is, and let me make sure I'm putting these on. I gotta make sure, you guys. Okay, so I know that one is going. On the embossed, you are gonna have a side that's embossed and one that's gonna be like debossed, I guess you could say. And let me just do it the way I did it. Now I'm confused. I can't tell which way these are going. The words, hold on. Okay, there we go. So the embossed is on top. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess I shouldn't have messed these up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got that one. Where's my box? We're gonna put this one down. And then we're gonna use glue so that it helps me to get these down. Okay, so we're gonna put some glue on this tab right here. And I did it at 1.5 because I wanted these tabs to have a little bit of, what's the word? Heavy duty behind them, I guess you could say, because of where they overlap. Okay, so this one goes down up against this right side of the box, kind of in the corner, and you want to center it from the top and the bottom, that way it shows on there even. Okay, and then we got this next one, which I'm having a hard time figuring out where this, it's so seamless that it's hard to tell where the overlap is, but I know it overlaps. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, okay. The funny thing is, I took pictures, but they're on my phone, and I'm using my phone right now for the live. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna do this one because I'm not really sure, oops, what side it was on. I think that's probably why it's so. Okay, and using that glue helps you to be able to move it into place. Okay, so once you have that glue on there, give it some good, it won't take long to dry, I promise. Okay, and then we have this side. Yeah, I'm like totally turned around. but it's gonna go really quick. After you get these on, it's gonna go really quick. And you know what? I was thinking too last night as I was using this paper, I was thinking that the gingerbread paper would look really, really good on this as well. Yeah, it does go there. And then having to think about this every time I put one of these on, but they can always be bent back. Okay, so let's get that on there, get rid of that glue. Move this over just a little bit. You don't want to put it exactly on the score line. That way it will close properly. Okay, so just give it a little pressure where that glue is. And then we got two more. Glue on this side. And this embossing, you can hardly read the letters, so if one of these is upside down or backwards, I'm sorry. It shouldn't be though. I think it looks fine. Okay, and then let's get that one on there. So I can scoot up a little bit so y'all can see. There we go, let's do that. And then one more. Last one. And then I think this is all the glue that we need. But yes, the gingerbread paper, that red and those other colors would go really, really well with this craft paper. Okay. And there we go. Okay, I'll let that set for a minute. All right, so now we have all of our, let me push this up so that I can actually do this as I designed it. So remember that other piece of black cardstock that's been embossed? We're going to put that directly down. Let me put this on the debossed side here for the back. Oops. And the back can be, why is this doing this? Let me go slow. Well, it's because it's embossed. It wants to rip my paper. There we go. I'm gonna go slow. This is large enough to put another picture. You could also do maybe some kind of a little note. Maybe like something to journal with. Okay, so I have this on, and that is right side up. So we're gonna put this on the back. This one definitely is 6 inches tall because I wanted it to line up with the craft paper. Now you can make it just a little bit taller if you wanted to make sure it goes all the way to the corner of the inside of the box, but I thought that was fine. Okay, and so now we have our mats. Now this particular paper, which is the it's Peaceful Place Designer Series paper, it is gorgeous. Look at this. 12 by 12. It was very hard for me to find a pattern that I really like. Like there's one sheet, there's another sheet. You've got this gorgeous silverish, design. One side has silver and a design on it, and then you've got this one, and then you also have this one, which I use some of this one. But on the opposite side, you have, let me flip this over. You've got all these other gorgeous designs, and there's even, there you go, there's even a gingham plaid. You've got these other ones, and this coordinates with the Peaceful Cabin suite of products as well. So that's the paper that I'm using. It says, once again, it comes in 12 by 12. There's 12 sheets. and I want to say it's $15. Pretty sure. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and I've already gone ahead and matted all of these just to save some time. We're going to be putting one on each one of these, kind of in the center of our craft paper, so you can see we have a mat and then our embossed back. And then on the black ones, what I did with the black ones is I popped those up with dimensionals, black dimensionals. Okay, and I just put them on the corners. And I only did the black ones, okay? So on this one, I want my trees to go up. Put that in the center. My next one is this gorgeous one, this gorgeous silver bark looking one. Let's get that out of there. I've got a dimensional stuck on there. There we go. So I'm just putting them on the top and bottom. But on these mats, you could definitely dress. So whoever wins this, if you have total control over if you want to keep it this way or if you want to, you know, dress it up a little more. And then we have this one on black. Pop these up. And then we have a whole other side to do too, which I'm just putting mats on those. I wanted to keep these kind of open to design. So we'll put that one on there. And then this one, this pretty one. And since it's on gray, let's get that directly on the craft. So don't forget, when you like, comment, and share, that could get you into the entry to win this next week. And then let me flip this around so I can get my backside right. That's why I wanted to put the poinsettia on last, because I knew I would be flipping this around. And then we have this design. So glad I went ahead and did these beforehand. Okay. Oh, I know what I did. I have a different designer. I wanted to use the gingham one. I hadn't used the gingham one. So I switched it out on this one to use that on my demo one. Because I had used that other designer series paper, which is that one that has the lines. I had used that one on the other side, and I hadn't yet used the gingham, because there's only 5 and there's 6 designs on the designer series paper. Make sure I put that in the middle. Okay. Then we have this one again. That one goes here. Let's see if I can scoop this up a little more. There we go. Okay. This black one, get creative. Pictures. Just a gift in general. Maybe some encouraging sayings every now and then on one of these. Go. And then the last one is this one. Let's put that. If you're watching me off YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, you can just hit that red subscription button and the notification settings. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. I go live Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. and then I also go live Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. All of these are Central Standard Time in order to show you how to use your products for your scrapbook page layouts. All right, so there we have it. I hope you guys could see that. There we go. Ooh, sorry about that if it was off. This is the completed inside. You've got this little piece here. There is room for, we'll just use this. If you had a picture or something you wanted to put to show through this window, you could either just slide it in, depending on, you know, whatever. So this side over here is open so that you can slide things in and it shows through the window. Remember, the adhesive strips are just on the top and the bottom. And I've got my piece on the back to cover up the back of the inside box. And then you have your folded little accordion things that fold on the inside. It has to open from that side just because of the way it's folded, but if you have a different way that's equally effective, go for it. Okay, and there it is closed, but remember, we're not done because we've got the front, and that's like the final little touch on it. So let's put together this flower. So what I did is I've gone ahead and die cut with our basic black the 3 different size of poinsettia petal dies. There's the large one, there was that one, and then I have 2 of the holly ones. Okay, so what I did is I die cut 3 of them. I've already done these 2, but I want to show you how I did the little pinching. If you've not ever seen, I didn't want the flower to be flat. So what I did is I pinched the leaves. And you can use your finger. Just wrap it around your finger and press your fingers together. And then go all the way around. On that smaller one, you could also use, well, this is the big one that I have, but you could also use, you know, the end of take your pick tool and just wrap it around and then pinch it. That also helps. You want to make sure that it's kind of like a round, and then that gives it a little bit of dimension so that it's not so flat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble. Let me put this down in case I get some glue on my paper. But I'm going to put this together with all-purpose glue. So let me get some glue in the center, and the middle piece, there's 3 sizes. I'm going to turn it so that the leaves are in between the big ones. And then I'm going to put some glue in the middle of that one. And I'm going to put the small one in there, and I'm going to turn that one as well so that the leaves are going in between the middle ones. And then I'm just going to keep this down for a little bit. I think I'm still going to use my glue a little bit here in a moment, but for now I'm going to close that. Just put your finger on it. And while I've got my finger on that, kind of helping seal all that, I am also going to be using the black and white gingham ribbon. I'm going to be using the black and white twine that comes from the Playful Pets Trim Combo Pack. And I'm also going to use the glittered organdy ribbon that's white. If you wanted to use a couple of other ones that you might have on hand, this is what one kind of a bow looks like when you use the metallic mesh ribbon and the black glittered organdy ribbon. But I chose to not go with this combo of ribbons just because of the black glitter paper. I didn't want it to be like crazy shiny on the front. I wanted it to be a little toned down but have just a little bit of that. So I think that's dry. Okay, so now I have our flower, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I also die cut out the 2 hollies in the glitter paper. So I did use glitter paper on that. And let me get, I'm going to put these on with glue dots because they're going to go on the back. I'm going to put 2 of them. just to make sure it really sticks. Well, it's stuck to my finger. Let's try this again here. It will stick. There we go. Okay, so I have a couple of glue dots there, and I'm going to stick one right here. So it sticks to the cardstock. It should stay stuck there. And then a couple of more. If you jumped on after I got started, welcome. And then this one's going to go like right here. Just make sure it attaches to that cardstock so it really sticks. Okay, and in this white glitter organdy ribbon, I'm going to use a couple of little strips. They don't have to be very big, so if you have scraps, this is perfect where you can just use up those scraps. I put a glue dot in the center because I'm going to fold it like a V so that it helps stick together. And then I'm going to put another glue dot on the outside because that glue dot, well, I got one on my finger. I'll put another one on there. That glue dot is going to go right here so that it sticks to that piece, just so it just kind of sticks out a little bit. And the same thing with the other piece. I was like, I knew I had another piece. Let me get a glue dot. Let me fold it. Another glue dot at the bottom where the V comes together. And then we're going to put that one. Oops, let me just show you where I put it. I didn't realize I wasn't on camera. So you kind of see this mess happening here on the back, but when you flip it over, you don't see any of that. Okay, so those are sticking to that. And then I'm going to put a couple of, I'm going to actually use 3 since this is kind of big. I'm going to put 3 large black dimensionals in the center, kind of like that. And then let me move this out of the way. Scoot. Scoot and skedaddle. Okay, so this is going to go right here. I don't want any of it hanging off the box. I'm okay with the ribbon hanging off the box, but not any of the paper and stuff. Okay, just give it some pressure. That way it sticks to either this piece of acetate or the cardstock. Okay, now what I have left is, we're almost done. I have my gingham ribbon and my Playful Pets trim ribbon, and I'm just gonna make a large bow, a double bow with, well, you can make a double bow, but I'm just using double ribbon. I'm not using like a double bow like I normally would do. And just pull these. And then trim those. I just tied them off of the roll itself. Okay, so these can be however big you want them to be, basically. And then let me get a couple of glue dots on the back. That way it really sticks. And this is what goes back behind here. And then whatever's left, you can trim these if you really need to trim these. I didn't need much. If you need to trim the, where was the end of that? There we go. That one needs to be trimmed. Let's trim that one. That way it's not crazy hanging off like that. Okay, we are almost done because the last little thing that I have, I am using the metallic pearls, but I'm using the silver ones. And this is where I want to use probably a little bit of glue in the center, not much. These little metallic pearls have a little adhesive backing to them, but if you want to make sure that they don't come off, that they're really stuck, we're going to put, I want to say 3, 6, there's 7 of them. So let me put the center one down. If it gets off my finger, there we go. And all the way around. So you've got one in the center, and then you have one all the way around, kind of like in a circle. Fill that in. One more. There we go. I'm just pressing that down so that those really stick to that glue back there. And let me move all this out of the way. And there you have it. That is today's demonstration. The Kraft gift box that we have, it has been stamped with one of the little splotchy stamps from Peaceful Cabin. We have a decorative border around the front using basic black and our black glitter paper. Then I broke out the poinsettia petals, the dies, and just did the dies. So there's a flower. Put the metallic pearls in the middle. Use some different ribbon, different textures of ribbons, and different other ribbons that would equally coordinate with it. So really, I mean, you can't. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. You have to see it in person, and somebody will see it in person when they win it. And then the inside is basically a photo album, journaling, something, whatever you want to put in there. It could be really anything. But this piece folds out. You've got lots of room for pictures, journaling, throw some gift cards in there, and then of course when you flip it around, you also have the other side as well. Each one of these Kraft pieces have been embossed with the time-worn 3D embossing folder. And it does have a little bit of weight to it. I didn't weigh mine, but it has a little bit of weight. And I only did 5 because I knew that there would need to be a little bit more room because it might get bigger. So whatever you do with yours, if you need to cut down on one flap, especially if you start bulking up each page, I think you're going to have a little issue with keeping it closed. So that's why I was thinking, you know, just simple pictures, nothing that's going to be too bulky. Otherwise, you may have to take off 1 or 2 panels in order for it to be able to close and get down in there. So, but there you have it. There is today's demonstration, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I knew it was going to take a while because we were doing a little project. So thank you all for joining me. I'll go update the comments or the description with all of the links for everything that I talked about today, including the supply list. So thank you for your hearts. Thank you. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoons, and if you'd like, come back and join me Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for, what are we doing? Page 2 of the layout, the Christmas layout that I'm working on right now. So y'all have a great rest of your day, and we will see y'all later. Bye.